Mic check, 3, 4. I don't even have my mic on though, so it is what it's gonna be, and hopefully I'm being heard. So let me give a couple of folks, if anybody is woke, a chance to come on in here and tell me if they can hear me and see me well. How about I just go to my good laptop and get it fired up, and I can check myself. So I forgot to turn off notifications again. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Keep on going off. Am I back? The timer is ticking. Let's grow. Root pruning. There we are. And yes, I am. So here we grow. Check the chat. Yes, you are first, Joshua Gabriel. Welcome. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Yes, you did. And I don't know how I'm going to see this chat. I guess I should have set that up, but I'll have it next time. But today, we are root pruning on this a weedy pop-up, because that's what this is. My weedy pop-up, where I pop up and I do things in my garden with my camera on. So let me squeeze on over here, move some stuff around. And check the chat again. Did I watch the Steve Wilkos show? I did not. Okay, so let's spin around real quick. This is my Elsie's Grow Tower, to which I am now an associate affiliate. And the link is in my description if you like this hydroponic unit. What I'm going to be doing today is Regina, which is a microdwarf tomato. She is overgrown in here, to which I had to let her go a little bit because, yeah, I need to use her for demonstration purposes. And I've propagated her again. So this is her. I propagated her from a cutting off of the one out of the hydroponic unit here. So in a couple of months, she'll be a year old. She's been in this hydroponic unit since November 2024. Yes, she has, and she's been feeding me ever since. He's from Jerry Springer. No, I did not. Oh, I do remember. I do remember now. But I've been requested to do root pruning on a couple of my plants. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do Regina. And I'm also going to do my okra plant. And yeah, harvest this good snack right here. But this okra plant has been growing in this pot since 2023 for hashtag WIG. So yeah, I'm going to root prune this plant also. So let me set y'all up on the tripod and get started. Check the chat again. There we go. Okay, for my first root pruning, I'm going to use my snips, which are very sharp. And they're already clean, but to make a long story short, I only use them up here, and I'm not worried about any pathogens or anything like that. Let me grab my hydroponic solution. My hydrogen peroxide. This was an empty bottle. I added a spray top, and I added 1 cup of the hydrogen peroxide and 2 cups of filtered water into the spray bottle. And this is what I'm going to be using for my root pruning. The reason I use hydrogen peroxide for my root pruning is because it cleans and removes anything that could possibly be going on with those roots, and it helps to heal them also. So I'm going to start probably with the okra plant because it'll be the easiest. Let me check the chats. Mel's Garden, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hey sis, Growing with Hudson, thank you for scrolling through, Q. I appreciate your time. Urban Backyard Container Gardening, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Just woke up getting ready for work. Enjoy your day, sis, and may you be blessed today. I'm doing root pruning, and let me see if I can see, because I got this table. Let me get this out of the way. Set her down here real quick. And the first thing I'm going to do is get my fruit. And there's another one forming right there. And with my okra, I try to harvest the whole piece, including the leaf that's attached to the okra limb, because eventually, once you remove that leaf off of the okra, it's going to die back. So I just drop it down here for mulch around the bottom of the okra plant, and I'm going to eat this. Yes, I am. But first, let's continue on with this good root pruning. Let me check the chat while I'm standing right here. Jay's Life Out Loud, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hit that like button. Thank you, sis. If you have not hit that thumbs up, please do. Thank you kindly. I guess I should have brought a towel over here, but anywho, I'm good. And this is the root system. This brownish looking stuff is from the nutrients. These roots are totally healthy. And like I said, it's been in here for ever since 2023, and this is the treatment that I do for or should I say that how I maintain her. And the last time it looks like I cut the bottom, so this time I'll be cutting the sides. So for root pruning, the only thing you do is cut the roots off. And hang on, because I need something to put this in. Because, yeah, I also use the roots and I put them in other pots with other plants, or I feed them to my vermicompost, to my worms. I'm just grabbing a bottom so I can have something to put the roots in. Let me check that chat again. Today's Life Out Loud. Good morning, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Excuse me. Don't want to go to work. I have more seeds to drop. I know that's right. Oh, Mel's Garden. Hey, Passionately Intrigued Arts. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Miss Shirley, LG Gardner, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. We are root pruning this morning. And I forgot to mention that this okra plant is also a semi-hydroponic plant, meaning the nutrients and everything are on the bottom of where the plant feeds. And in the middle is Coco Loco, which is coconut coir, those brick cocos, but I use Coco Loco, which is a Fox Farm product. But anywho, coconut coir is also considered a hydroponic medium because it holds no nutrients. And on the top is just the leaves that once they die off the plant, I just lay them up there for mulch. So that's how she's growing. Back to the root pruning. Like I said, I did the bottom because there's a gap there. And I'm about to do the sides here. And with the plants, as long as they're not flowering, I'm going to say that, it's okay to do this. If the plants are flowering, I would not root prune my plants. And I just cut my fruit off, so there's going to be energy going back into the leaves. And for root pruning, you have to choose a side. And like I said, I did the middle earlier, so my sides are going to be done today. And the only thing I do is come through and cut it off all the way across. And I hope I'm getting that, because I can't see. Is y'all seeing that? I'm hoping. But I cut them all the way back to the pots. Or well, should I say, until I can see the pots. And I'm only doing the sides. It just looks like I've done the bottom, but I have not, because it's already been done from the last time. Then I turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Just remove these roots on the side. And the reason you do this is to keep your plant healthy. Your plant cannot survive with thousands and millions of roots, no matter how good they look. Especially in hydroponics. It has to be kept clean. And the roots get thick enough that they can survive whatever happens to them. Roots are stronger than what people realize. Yes, they are. Some roots you can tell by how thin they are and how thick they are, how much they'll handle. And I just fed it, I want to say 2 days ago, so there's nothing that I need to add, but I am going to add a little hydroponic nutrients because I have some left over from yesterday. Let me check the chat. Oh, my hands are wet. Jeez. Good morning, an entrepreneurial diary, Shamnika. Thank you for scrolling through. Jags, J3GS Farms. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Okay, let me grab this hydroponic nutrient solution. And I'm changing my solutions again. And I'll update y'all on what I'm using. But it seems to be my plants are loving it. So yeah, it's working out great. Okay, so see if I can show y'all the inside. But this is how much nutrient solution is in there. I'm not worried about those roots floating around in there because there is no pump. And once I clean that out, it'll just be, yeah, they'll be okay. So there is my okra plant, and she is ready to grow again after that good root pruning. And she does have a fruit, but I am not concerned because she does what she's gonna do anyway. And anybody got any questions about that root pruning? Let me check the chat. Okay, first let me put this down so I don't be having no accidents, because yeah. Check the chat. Scrolling. Stefan Jenkins, thank you for scrolling through. I thought that was a fig tree. That is an okra plant that I have been growing since hashtag WIG 2023. I have been eating snacks off of this plant deliciously. Yes, indeed. Anxiously awaiting the next hashtag WIG. I've only missed one so far, and that was the one last season because I was moving. So yeah, I'm back now. So yeah, all right. I did too, Jake. Nope, that's what root pruning gets you. Plants love to be satisfied, and how you satisfy them is by caring for them in ways that, yeah, because they're domesticated, they need things done to them. At least mine do. So yeah, matter of fact, that's my disclaimer. Anything you see me do on my channel is for entertainment. Should you decide to do your plants, that is at your own risk, and I will not be held liable. And maybe I should have had my face on there, but anywho, we are moving on because Regina, yeah, she is a whole hot mess, and the reason for that is because she's not getting the correct nutrients that she needs in my tower, because I'm converting everything to greens and lettuces. Therefore, I'm only using grow nutrients and no bloom, which she requires. And here she is in all her glory again because I propagated her. Yes, I did. And I'm going to keep her in this pot, and I'm going to take her out of the hydroponic unit, but after she turns 1, which is in a couple of months, because she's been in there since November 2024. So November 25, she'll be a whole year old. And yeah, I'll be able to grow all my greens in here because that's my intention. I'm going to fill it up with greens. And this is going to be what this is going to be. So far, I have grown everything in here from, herbs to everything. Tomatoes, peppers, beans, cucumbers. Yeah, all of my else's grow kit. And once again, I am now a good affiliate, and the link is in the description should you want to try this unit for yourself. Let me check the chat again. I love this mini. Need to know how to grow. You're in the right place. You are in the right place because we grow hard in the garden around here. So any questions you may have, feel free to drop them in the chat. And hopefully I see them. If not, moderators, can you help me out? So, back to Regina over here. What I'm about to do is, since I'm going to root prune her, Lord, she is all the way. I think I'm gonna heavily, should I say, prune her back. Because she done grew a whole 2, 3. Yeah, because the top is so full, she drying out underneath the lights up here. So, yeah. And I only got like an inch left to raise these lights. So, I'm going to go ahead and prune her back tremendously. And plus, that'll help me be able to get to her roots because I had to add this little clip, or anywho, I had to tie this down because she is so massive down here that hopefully I can get her out because it's been a while that she's been growing like this, and I have not checked her roots. And she's so big I can't lift it up because she's that big. So let me prune her back so I can get inside of the reservoir there. Please forgive all that noise, but I gotta get y'all back on the tripod, and I am not a professional. So I want to get closer. Maybe that's good right there. Because I got it all in the camera. So, yeah. Let me check the chat again. Nice, nice. Thank you kindly. Yes, this size. Good morning, Bowtie Life in the Garden. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Do they create tower space higher for tall plants? Yes, they do, Miss Shirley OG. That is in the makings, along with some other good things that are coming out with this unit, because people are growing big things in here that I had no idea. And yeah, I'm happy to be of service. So the reason that I really enjoy this unit is because it runs with the hydrating here, clay pebbles, leca, ceramicite, whatever you want to call it, all of the above. But yeah, and not the plugs, because those plugs, well, I'm just gonna say they irritate me. So I'm not a plug person, and I guess I can be doing this while I'm talking. But yeah, I have been propagating Regina by taking cuttings like this. This is how I got that one in the pot, and she roots well, she grows well, she fruits well. She's a very prolific grower, and I'm glad I chose this one for my micro door inside of my hydroponic. Thank you, you grow row, again for the seeds. I received some micro dwarf tomato seeds from you grow row. Look at this, is just, yeah, she was doing too much over here. Look at all that light that came through here. But look at this. Somebody come look at this. This girl is healthy. But that's another reason I'm taking her out, because she's not getting the right nutrition in here. Because like I said, I'm going to be growing all my greens in here. And that's going to actually have to stay. So I'm just going to have to raise the light because, yeah, she's just that tall. And they slide up and down very easily. I just didn't want it all the way to the top, but it looks like that's what was holding her up. But at the same time, I got to do her roots. So we're going to attempt to take her up out of here. And I knew it. Woo. Okay, so these are Regina's roots. And it's been a while since I root pruned her. Ooh, I hope I'm getting that. And the last time, you can see where I cut at the top up here. So I'm just going to relief all of this down here. And there is something on her roots. I'm thinking that is some nutrient. The last one, yeah, it was green. So depending on what the nutrients are, whatever color they are, they appear on the roots. And I don't think I'm picking that up, but yeah. So let me go ahead on and do her in the same way that I did the other one. I just come through and cut. And this not only is beneficial for the plant, but it helps keep the system clean so roots don't be clogging up the pipes, because they will do that once they get too big. But there's that. She's free. And if you check, because like I said, she's been growing in here for a year, you can see how strong her trunk is. And I'm going to relieve her of these little, because all that ain't needed. Because this is her last season in this hydroponic tower. So we're not going to let her grow any more limbs except for out of the top. And everything should be done at one time, unless they are extensive and it is your first time. Then you should only do half, meaning don't take all the roots like I just did. Only take half and come back in a couple of days and take the other half. So she is clean and ready to grow back in here for a couple more months. Look at the top. Ain't she just pretty? That little girl is pretty. So, root pruning. That's what this was. Uh-oh. And I think I'm going to have to bring the light back down. And that's another thing. The lights did not burn her at all on the top. And she was pressed up against there. To which, yeah, I'm finna do it again because she is, maybe not. Where did I put the clamp? Because if the clamp can hold it, then she'll really be free. And the clamp is just a twisty tie that I'm using to hold her down in the pot. There we go. And I feel better about that. And this leaf is, yeah, we're not eating that. And these are the roots. And what I'm going to do is chop them up. And I'm going to feed them to my vermicompost with my red wigglers and a couple of plants around here. So, I guess I can get back to the chat for a minute. And I'm gonna get better at this. Let me grab this chair, cause yeah. Hey y'all. Woo! That indeed was some work. Let me check the chat for some questions about this good root pruning. Smash that like button. Thank you, Miss Shirley OG. I appreciate that, y'all. If you have not smashed that like button yet. What's poppin', TWP? Okay, I'm trying to read. I use cheap wire shelf shop lights to grow all things. That's good, Mike. I did that once upon a time. I made totes and buckets and all kind of stuff. But yeah, my unfortunate situation was I had to move a couple of times, and while I was moving, my tools were turning up missing. My parts was not staying together. So I just needed a new system that I can keep all together, and I did not need tools to put it together. And this is working out great. Yes, it is. The Elsa's Grow Kit. No tools required to put it together. And it has one small pump, and I've learned a new growing system, which is called, hold on, I gotta think about it. And I need a drink because I'm kind of thirsty. Excuse me. But yeah, deep water culture is what I started with, which is where the plants sit in a nutrient solution with air stones oxygenating the water. Loved it. Then I discovered cracky, which does not require air stones in the water, but still requires nutrient solution. Loved it. Still do it. All of the above. This is called a deep flow technique, I think. I'll have to check my notes again. But With this, it's almost like NFT, which is nutrient film technique, where the nutrients run across the bottom of the roots. With this technique, the same thing applies, but I have the best of all of the growing NFT, cracky, DWC inside this unit here, because I don't let the pumps run 24 hours. They only run a couple of hours a day, as well as the lights only run a couple of hours a day. And the unit basically grows on its own. Well, it don't grow on its own because, yeah, you got to intervene with feeding and keeping up with the water, and it holds a lot of water. I've taken it down, so I think I'm running like maybe 7 gallons right now. I think maybe it holds 10 or 11, but I brought it down to level 3 because level 4 I had to step up on the stepping stool. It was kind of tall, but yeah. So building is good if you can, but yeah, I need it, as they say, what you call it, fast. I was ready to get it done. And plus, I did not purchase it all at once. They do have payment plans. Matter of fact, the one that I used was Affirm. So to me, that's better than layaway because you actually get it and get to use it while you're paying for it. They have shop pay, I think. But the link is in the description. Yes, it is. And I think I done scrolled away from something. I did, because I'm all the way back. Oh, there it is. I use cheap wire. Good God, they're listening and adapting to the system. It was happy. Thank you kindly. Smash that like button. Yes, indeed. Pretty Girl Gardens, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Another day in paradise. All right, TWP Popcorn. That's what's popping. Empress. I can't say that last word. Kaya, maybe? Say the name of the kit again, please. It's called Elf Sis. Like Elf System, shortened. EFLS. EF. Okay, hold on now. Elf Sis. ELF. Elf. SYS. Elf Sis. ELFSYS. Grow Kit. Yeah. The link is in the description. Yes, it is. That's a mouthful. Thank you kindly, Mike. Bowtie made some loofah chocolate chip bread the other day. I'm eating it for breakfast. Yummy. Okay, Bowtie Life in the Garden. That's something I wanted to try with some loofah. Where was I at? And we was talking about trying some loofah. I don't remember. But anywho, that's all. I just wanted to do the root pruning to make sure that there is a good video up about it so people can quit saying, can you show it in a video? Here we are. I've done a video on root pruning, and I have a couple of more requests that I need to do, but they all cannot happen today because I'm sure we all have things to do. I know I do. And I appreciate y'all time. So, thank y'all for scrolling through. Hopefully, you understood what I done with the root pruning, because that's what this little vlog was, a pop-up. This weedy pop-up was about root pruning. I appreciate your time. I truly do. And to my replayers, I truly appreciate the replay. And everybody, clicking that like button. Thank you kindly. Help support the channel. Janet Potter, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Enjoy your day, everyone.